Okay, we're going to start. I'm gonna make a tier list. So first, gonna change a few things. Okay, B plus. B minus. Okay, we're ready. Okay, to begin with this tier list, we're going to start with the worst character in the game. Go Light, and as much as I like him, he has terrible matchup spreads. He doesn't have a way to move around, which is the main reason why he sucks, sadly enough. So, that's his fate. That's the worst. And next, we got Polymar. And what can I say about him is that he has very polarizing normals, like his his 2A is really good. His 5A kind of sucks. His mediums are bad. His 6C is really good, but you need Baroque to do something. And other than that, he doesn't really bring much to a team. He does have good things. That doesn't mean he's bad. He's just not the best. And his assist is amazing, but that's about it. Okay, next we got Pro. Um, I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit. Just like this and the, this one here, this one here. I don't want to make people lose much of their time. Who's next? This woman. Get the fuck out of that. Mm, who else? Oh, you. Sure. And, well, I'll place you. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so Ro, she has an amazing assist, one of the best in fact. She has a small body. She doesn't exactly sucks, but the fact that she has the jumping C, which is really good as neutral tool in the air, but she struggles because she hits you with his jumping C. She gets nothing, just a hit. That's it. She gets nothing. And yes, you can mitigate this by using her jumping L, I mean jumping A, and she gets something, but not much. I mean, the only one that can do well with roll it's James, and to an extent, Hello, but mm, really not a great character. She's fine. She's decent. She gets the job done. She's good as an anchor, but there are better characters. Okay, so next, Kishan. We love him, but his assist isn't that great. It's okay. The render is amazing, and but his normals are bad. In the air, it's fine. Uh, JA, JP, and JC, they all are decent, not bad, you really don't get much from that. And he has a system mechanic unblockable, which is his Denku Punch, and it's good, but he doesn't really get many ways to get it without the specific assist, like Polymer, like Mega Walnut, mm, Chun-Li, I guess, and a few others. But that's about it. He doesn't really have the tools to control the neutral. He really kind of doesn't do much. And sure, he has a, a knee that has armor and it's an overhead and it's amazing. But it's still reactable. You're still gonna get hit by it most of the time, maybe not. And a lot of people are gonna say, well, Magna does really well with him. But Magna's gonna tell you one thing too. If you get hit by Kishan, that's on you. Anyway, let's go with Frank West. I like Frank West. His assist is not that great. I mean, it's good for the neutral, but terrible for combo extensions, and it covers a big part of the screen, which is amazing. And like everything that you build in front, it's the assist, which is great for neutral control. It can disrupt people, but that's about it. The other thing that like hold him back is the fact that he needs a specific assist. Like he needs three things in an assist for Frank to be great and not just decent. And number one, it's he needs verbal assist. Number two, he needs the assist to hit as an OTG to get his extensions. And number three, he needs an assist that is essentially a landmine. So he needs three assists, not one, three assists to be great. And only one character really feels that it's Rogue. Yeah, I mean, Kashan does okay because he has the OTG factor. He can be used to semi-control the neutral, but it's not an landmine, and it's not as great as you think it is. So the only real option that Frank has for completing himself, like becoming a great character, is having role, which it just so happens that role works really well with Frank too because of the neutral control, and role doesn't really have anything going for her to dominate the neutral, so she works really well with Frank. Their connections are really good, their extensions are amazing, the combos are really great. But as a matter of fact, Frank lacks another thing. It is neutral. I don't care what you people say. Frank neutral is not different. It's just bad. Period. And it's not like a Toronjo kind of neutral. I mean, they are alike, but it doesn't work the same way. I mean, sure, you have a teleport, sure, you have a lot of damage, sure, you got the zombies, but they don't work like the Ronjos, which is a better character. And Frank, he has a very poor normals. Like he has to confirm out of single jabs, which makes his like his confirming game like not as great. I mean, James is amazing, so he's gonna get it anyway. So that doesn't matter. Still, he has not the greatest neutral. I mean, it is there, but it's not good. So he struggles a lot in the air. He struggles a lot in the ground. So that's what I put hit there. So next, Jolly Condor, my boy, my homie. Um, he's not that good compared to these other guys, but he's not that bad. He has one thing that a lot of other characters in this tier don't have, and that's an amazing jab. One of the best, if not the best in the game. Because 2A, broken. 5 broken. It's amazing. It's amazing that he can just jab, and that's the whole pressure. Jabs. And it works. I don't know why. It works. But he doesn't really have a way to open you up consistently. He has an unblockable setup with his savage shot, which is very, very hard. It's like the timing is weird, but not going to the wall on that. He has like the kick, the armor kick, which you can get an unblockable out of it too. Yeah, like at the end of the blockstone, which mind you, it's really good and it's reliable. So he has an unblockable. He has his 2A, which is amazing. The assist is a neutral base assist. If you play Dragon Ball Fighter Seed, you will compare it to the GT Goku angle, which is in fact the Condor angle, which is amazing for controlling the space, the aerial space. It is essentially like a mini robot from German 2, which will just make you blood in the air and just pull you down, and whoever is using Jolly Condor sensors is going to have control like in the air and the ground, but it's nice to have. The extensions are a bit niche, like just a handful of characters can use him right, and the rest of the cast like kind of doesn't like his assist, so he's there. Okay, so next, Alex. I've been telling people that this character is not good. Like, he's not good enough to be here. Like, that's never gonna happen. Because this is it's okay. Not great, not bad, decent. The character itself, decent, not bad, but not great. But why? Because he's neutral, like Frank. Well, not like Frank. I mean, Alex do has some kind of neutral. But the fact is, he's very high commitment. Like everything he does, he has to fully commit to it. He cannot doubt ever, and he doesn't have anything that is safe. Absolutely nothing. You're gonna tell me, oh, but he has an unstable overhead. He has lows, and those lows lead to damage, and he can erase you into his grab, and he will do a lot of damage. He will sometimes two touch you, sometimes three touch you, but that's not true. And why? Because number one, he needs the heroic to really do those pressures. Like he can Superman die, and the only way he's gonna make himself safe is with an assist. or Baroque, the assist has it's very difficult to time correctly to be completely gapless, and if you miss it just for a few, just even the tiniest frame, you get grabbed and you essentially lose all of your pressure. As for the instant overhead and the low, again, high commitment, and the reward is not high, it's medium. It's high risk, medium reward. It's not high reward because you're gonna get 22 and no, like 18 billions in the ground if you use his wall bounce from mid screen, because realistically you're not gonna put your opponent in the corner. That's gonna be a very rare situation. It will happen though, but most of the time you're gonna be mid screen and your opponent's gonna be jumping. You're gonna use an elbow. It's gonna get blocked. Your opponent's going to drop over first. It's going to jab on the way down. You're gonna get hit. And this is why he needs the assist from fireball assists like Ryu, like Oregon, like Roll, that Magno loves because he just really likes to spam the Superman dive, which is a very gimmicky tactic, and our people is gonna get blown out by it, and Magno's gonna tell you the same, that if you get hit by that, that's your fault. You gotta deal with it. Like, you really don't need to get hit to just jump, and that he can never Superman dive on you. Like, what's he gonna do? He can chase you down. He doesn't have that many options. Sure, he's strong. Sure, he can take hits, but it's essentially meaningless. His four actions are good, mind you. That's good, but normals aren't really that great. He's too much high commitment, too much high risk, and to really like say that he's an A tier. That he's not. He's really not. Anyway, moving up. Soki, I really like Soki. I think in my opinion, he he become better, but with the Super Baroque, like the unblockables. But he really plays exactly the same. It's still gonna need Baroque to make some of his pressure safe for himself and not get grabbed. Um, he does a lot of damage, that's good, but he has essentially no air game. That's bad, but not so bad because he has 5C, which is amazing to catch people in the air. So his assist is slightly better than the Frank. The other Alex. They're like very similar. So, but Suck is a bit better, and this is department. It's not good for VAR, though. He's not good for that. So he's usually on point, just like Alex, and he can use a handful of partners such as Chun-Li, German 2, Saki, like take the tech commands, Ryu, almost everyone. But he's still good enough to be nearly at the top of the B tier. Anyway. Then next we have Morgan. She could easily be here, but I'm gonna put her here because her instant air pressure is amazing, almost broken, because she can go from low to overhead and really fast, and she has those high-low mix-ups or left-right mix-ups with overhead or low, which are really strong. She has like some setups for get up roll, which are fine, but she does her damage is not good, and she still needs Baroque to get in. And even though the shell kit is amazing, you still want to use the Baroque to get in. She doesn't have the best Baroque combos, like there are not really any meaningful extensions that would give you considerable damage. Her power options are not great, and she doesn't use the meter that much for damage. She does need it to kill sometimes or to bait people, and she will usually use 3 meters because it's her level 3, which is decent enough, does enough damage, not great, but still. And her normals in the ground, not that great, but not bad. They essentially do the job. So B. Next, the Ranger. This is a character I could easily put here, but no, on her own, she's a big character. But when Chun-Li is around, she's fucking ass. And because she essentially has all of her weakness covered, which is then she needs a tree. With the tree, she can do anything. She can pressure you, she can rain boulders on you, she can call up her super to mix you up, and she has amazing jumping C that it's really fast, it has high priority, and it does the job. The aerial borders are extremely good, so she can play super lame if she wants, or she can play super aggro or amazing lockdown game. But because of the SS restriction, the fact that she doesn't really have that many, that she doesn't have a reliable unblockable, she's going to be in B tier unless Chun-Li is around. Okay, so next B plus. Only one character, PTX. Why? Because he kind of shits on everyone. And, well, not everyone. He has some really bad matchups, and he can lose to all of the cast under the right circumstances, but if you don't know the matchup, or if it's like very like conservative PTX, you're gonna lose. Even if you're playing Blade and you're playing Ryu, or you're playing Blade and Tekkaman, you're still gonna lose because you get hit once and you could die, or you could get hit twice and die. So that's the nature of PTX. So B plus. Even so, he has many flaws. He excels with a lot of things. So yeah, B plus. So next, A minus. Minus A. June the Sun. Why? Because she's like she's like a mini Ryu, but she can play super lane, super lane. She has amazing jump C. She has a super that she can use to go through stuff. She has a move that goes through things, so she can use it like a semi-reversal. And her job is almost, if not better than Mr. Joe the here. And he's, like I say, she has flaws, but she can play super lane. That's not as that's really important because she can stall you out. She can play like a keep away game with her JoJo and put explosions on you and just stall in the air a bit, fall down, come with a really strong air move, hit you, and then suddenly you're in a blender. She doesn't do that much damage, but she can do in the corner. In the corner, she's very strong. Don't get in the corner. Well, you'll get in the corner because she will put you there. So this here, just A. Well, no, A minus. So then, can they go? Why? A lot of people will put him like really low, and I understand that they think that the character is not good, but he has a commanding neutral. How are you gonna play? You're gonna put the character in lowest of the tiers when he has such a commanding neutral, and it's not his normal so dark good because those are average. Like they're decent, some are good, but they don't excel at anything. It's his special moves. The burst shot confers into combos. The boomerang is annoying, but not so much. But essentially, his burst shot is like you get push block, you do a burst shot, and you are free. You can do whatever you want. You essentially reset the pressure, and you get to safety. You can like do Tiger Knee light burst shot, and he gets a combo. And if he hits and you block him, he's plus. So you have to take the pressure. And you don't. Let's say that you don't get open up, then he just do burst shot either medium or edge, and he can dash out of it, and you can touch him. So he crosses you up, cold and it says you get hit, or he doesn't crosses you up, calls an assist and try to go for more pressure, then he does it again, and maybe he doesn't do that much damage unless you're really good with your execution, or you have Tekkaman, but Tekkaman, like normal Tekkaman on the team. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Here, I'm sorry, Tekkaman. Okay, let's finish this guy first. Okay, so Tekkaman, but I mean Ken, his assist is not that great. It does the job, I guess, but that's about it. So A minus. So going back to this little guy. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, um, I think he's better than Alex. I mean, he shares a lot of the things that makes Alex a not great character. And the reason why he is better than all of these characters, but not better than this one, is because his jumping C is amazing. His jumping B is amazing too. If those two things didn't exist, he'll be around here, maybe around here, even here, maybe. This is, however, amazing. It's super good, and he does a lot of damage. He has some really good bar options. He because he doesn't really need to think that much about how he's gonna hit you. Like mostly, he's just gonna jump C on you and hope that you get hit or get cross up, and that's why he's here. Anyway, moving to A again, A minus. Karas. Why? He has the best push block game of all characters. If he push block you, he can punish you because his normal has so much range and are really fast. So you're gonna get hit by him if he push blocks. His only real disadvantage is that he has to be on the ground, which is very dangerous. He has um, strong normals, and because of that, he can just do 5C and hit you out of the air and try to combo you. Sometimes he will fail, sometimes he won't. The time that he won't, hits you with 15 billion damage, 18 billion damage. However, if you are an execution god, you should at best get 32 billion damage. That considering if you had 10% Baroque and assist available. But if you don't, you're gonna get at best 18 billion damage, maybe 22 billion damage. But he also has the less amount of health in the game. So, and his is not that great. I mean, it's decent, but not that great. So, let's go to A. A, I would consider who? Oh, Ipetsuman. Let's put this one here. This one here. This one here. This one here. 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 Maybe, I don't know. Nah. Okay, so let's start with Petsuman, which is the worst of the A high tiers, the A tiers, and he has a lot of the traits that Candigle has, which is he can be safe after all of his hit strings. He can do his DP and dash out of it, and call an assist, which is very annoying. And he has a projectile that is really good. So he can Baroque, so he can use as a pressure tool. He has a air reset super. I mean, Polymer has one too, but even if he's great damage, he's not good. But Ipetsuman he's really good. He has good normals, well, decent normals. He has good movement. He has amazing damage. He has a really decent assist. He has really good war options. So, we say Saki. She could be here, but if only if Chun-Li is around. Why? Because her amulet broken. I don't care. I don't care what you say. Her her amulet is amazing, because it traps you, and if she has Chun-Li, she can allot another amulet, and she can pressure you any way she likes. So you essentially don't get to play, and because Chun-Li can just snipe you out of the air, she can just jump C into grenade, jump C into grenade. She doesn't even need to do like just jump C with the grenades alone. Her JB is amazing too. She controls neutral. She doesn't have to approach you in any way, shape, or form. So it's an amazing trait. She's a good summoner, amazing summoner, maybe the second best summoner in the game. Maybe, or maybe even the third best summoner in the game. But it depends. She has an unblockable super. She has a grab. Her bar ups are really that great. Her assists can be good or bad depending on the character. And she can come back with meter. She benefits a lot from having meter. So she can destroy people if she had meter. So that's lucky. So next, Beautiful Joe, an amazing character. He's one of the best all-rounders in the game. His boomerang is safe. He can have his own self-pressure with boomerangs. All of his air combos lead into more pressure, into more lockdown. He can be played super lame or super aggressive or super evasive. So he can do whatever he wants. He can play it however he wants. His assist might not be the best, but it's decent as a trap. Well, it's great as a trap. It's actually one of the most creative tools for combo extensions. He's one of the very few characters that can give you an extension out of a super with the assist alone. So there's that if you want to mess around with it. So he has an amazing level 3 too because he can follow up. His bar isn't that damaging. It's okay. He gets pressure. I think the pressure is more important. So yeah, he's amazing. German 2. I will put her here if Chun-Li's around. Again, I know, Chun-Li is amazing. But she has some weaknesses that only Chun-Li can erase. Her main weakness is that if she does the spin, you can just cross her up. And if you cross her up, she's dead. And she really has nothing to do against that. But with Chun-Li, that doesn't matter. So you're free to do whatever you like. The robot super is amazing. She has some really good neutrals. Some really good neutral tools like her normals, her jumping B is amazing. Her machine moves are amazing. She has an unseeable mix-up because you don't really see which it's going to be a low or a high until it's very late. You can jump out of it though, but not online, only offline, and you have to push block first, and then you can jump out of it, otherwise you won't be able to do it. But if you can push block, she essentially has no mix-up, and robotics, again, amazing. It's an amazing tool, but it's really depends a lot on Chong businesses to get like the most optimal things, like the absolute best combo conversions to get yet another robot pressure setup. So I still think she's great because she relies a lot in Baroque, and she relies a lot in SS, and she relies a hell of a lot more in meter. That doesn't mean she's bad. She has her spinner, which is a 4-frame move that staggers, that if you trade with her, you're losing, which is sometimes kind of dumb, but I understand because she has a low life. Her damage can be polarizing because she can either do amazing damage with her midi combos, but yeah, those are extremely difficult. I don't recommend doing those unless you are above God levels of execution. So yeah, just say, just amazing. There's nothing more to say about it. Chun-Li, she can be played lame or she can be played super aggressive. Most of the time, I would prefer to play her super aggressive. Her amazing assist is, well, it's desired by everyone. Her jump C is not great as a pressure tool. It's bad, in fact, as a pressure tool, but it's amazing as a combo tool. Her JB is amazing, and she has 3 air dashes. She has sliding legs to essentially be safe anytime she wants, or at least very hard to punish. So that's enough. She's a good character. She excels in a lot of things, and all of the characters are very safe in the stuff that they do. So Chun-Li excels at being safe, playing super aggressively, has an amazing assist, her super are decent. Some are good for bait or combos. Like her lightning leg super is amazing for a combo tool since it's uncrushable damage. So yeah, A tier. Then Metsu. He is super dependent on Baroque, but he has reliable ways to get Baroque even when getting pressure because he has like a counter move that he does out of hit stun, block stun, and he can like cancel that move into an uppercut which is invincible like Ryu's, and it leads to combos. So because of that alone, because he excels so much at that, that alone put hits in A tier. His normal are also decent to amazing because his jump C is amazing, his jump B is also amazing, his special moves are amazing. They're very, very, very strong. And so his assist is also maybe not the greatest for combo extensions, like only a few characters can use this assist, like to the fullest, namely German one, but we'll get to that. So yeah, Metsu, amazing. Okay, so Ryu. It's like Batsu, but he can essentially he can do what Charlie can do, but with jump C. He can just jump C on you all day, or Tiger Knee his Tatsumaki and his plus. So he either do another one or he does a jumping C, which is amazing, or he just like try to bully you with his two-way, which is good, not as good as Joe or as good as June, but still, it's like the poor man's two-way of Joe. Still, it's still an amazing tool. So yes, he has some really damaging B&B combos. He has a super that let him do extensions for some fancy stuff. He's really simple. He has a DP, so he never has to worry about getting pressure. So he just DPs out of pressure. So that's a very important thing because you block the DP and he rogues, and suddenly you're the one getting pressure. So yeah, that is a big reason why he is here. Okay, so and his assist is amazing. Then next one, Walnut. I am. He could be here or here for all we know because there are no results, and he's amazing, but we have never seen anyone use him at his theoretical full potential. He has amazing combos. He has probably the best tuning in the game, along with these other two, and his his ability to fill the screen with bullets, it's unparalleled. He can just bully you with those things. He can just use the meter to put you at bay. He can use his reflector to reflect your projectiles. He has a very safe pressure. He can be very annoying. He can play super lanes if he wants, or he won't. But his assist is not that great, so he's usually on point. Still, a great character on paper. So maybe one day after the pandemic, offline, maybe. So top tier, who's coming. Zero. He's the third best character in the game because two reasons. The the air dash has is a bit slower than everyone else. If that thing was as fast as any of the other ones, he'll be broken, like ridiculously broken, maybe a tier above, maybe, because he will be inconsistent. He will be in your face so much faster. He will cross you up so much faster. You essentially won't have any answers to all of his air pressure. But that's not the case. Also, he doesn't have much life. He has the second lowest health of all the characters. So, yeah, I mean, he has amazing normals. He has pixel cutter. He has an amazing unblockable setups. His level 3 is really good as a Mega Crush Bait Super. He has safe pressure because of the teleport, because of his amazing Buster that is Blossom Block for some reason, because that's just decided, yeah, make that thing broken. They did. And he's amazing at baiting like variable counters, which are one of the answers to safe pressure, but he essentially doesn't care about that. And he has the amazing damage, the third best. I mean, he has the most damaging combo in the game by a huge mile, but on average, he has some of the best damage output if you know what you're doing without meter. And with meter, he essentially just 1.5 touch due to that. But that's for offline, not online. He kind of suffers a lot in an online environment, but that's okay. He's still 0. He pulled through. Okay, so next. Oh yeah, and here's his sucks. Well, doesn't suck, but it's not great for top tier. Okay, so Tamale. He is this guy on asteroids because same JC but better. I know. JB is good for mix-ups. His rapid fly is disgustingly broken. It's Blossom Block. It essentially makes your air pressure non-existent and makes your pressure into his pressure. So that's broken too. He can make himself safe with every hit string he wants. He has a guard point move. He has amazing supers. Virtually the crash into like with a single meter he can do 12 billion damage with a push block punish because crashing through. He's amazing against the Ganjaiga because of the cinematic moves. He controls the neutral very well. And with Ryu, he's essentially he and Ryu are essentially the best team in the game. So yeah, this is good for combos. Not great, not bad, but still decent. It's really good with Ryu. Just have to say, have to emphasize. Okay, so who's the best character in the game? The Charmal one. Why? Because there's spin. That's it. Just like the spin, he has a spin too. But his spin, it's a super amazing combo tool. And he hits you in the air like the TK spin. Theoretically, it's unpunishable, it's gapless, and it will chip you to death. You cannot push block it, you cannot fireball counter out of it because it's so fast, recovers so fast, so he's just gonna hit you. He has amazing real launches combos. He does 20. He does a bit above average damage because of the stuff he does. He can snipe you out of the air. If you're trying to pressure you, you're not pressuring him. He is pressuring you essentially. His jab is amazing. His launcher is amazing. His mediums are amazing. He has unblockables. His assist might suck, but it's still decent. So yeah, that's why he's a great character, the best character in the game. And let's see Hope you enjoy that, hearing my beautiful voice. And if you don't like this list, I don't care. You don't play TVC, or if you do, you're never better than me. And if you are, then maybe I don't know. Who cares? But still, hope you enjoy it. Have a nice day.